Hello everyone. I am Professor from Hannam University. I was the former president of ASIP until last year. I'd like to introduce a theoretical issue of sectoral innovation system through the review of Korea's response to COVID-19. This is the fact. COVID-19, you know it. And the fact is, March 25, President Trump called Korean president requesting medical equipment. March 27, 117 countries want Korean test kit for coronavirus. Then raises these two questions. Why is Korea leading the world in the diagnosis kit and some role in medicines and vaccines? Why? My discussion is based on the sectoral innovation system discussions. Also based on the triple helix model, because healthcare sector is very important in the industry, university, and government interactions. This is the analytical framework and the approaches. First is the overview of Korean response. Second is the technological innovations. So this is the system innovation, healthcare system innovations. Fourth is the policy and rational leadership. This is the overview of Korean response. This is the progress road. First announcement by China at the end of last year. And first Korean case is January 20. And January 26, Mr. President ordered to the head of Korea Center for Disease Control. After 1 week, the first Korean test kit was approved. And about 2 months later, 117 countries want Korean test kits. Thanks to this, May 6, Korea broadcasted the world first professional sports. This is the overview of Korea's response. The second one is basic principles. Basic principles are summarized like these 5 factors. The first one is there's no minimal restriction, no lockdown. In other words, open control. And the second one is the free treatment and active utilization of technologies and democratic response. The fourth factor, active utilization of technologies, are the topics of this discussion. Let's look at the technological innovation. First one is the test kit. Second one is the antibody drug. Currently, symptomatic treatment such as chloroquine for malaria and remdesivir to the Ebola virus are used, but no dedicated medications until now. There are 5 or 6 companies are leading in the development of dedicated medicine. A consortium led by Biotechnology, Sorrento Therapeutics, Eli Lilly of US, and Sectoral of Korea. Sectoral will enter the second or third human trial and commercial production in September, world first. In vaccine, you know the vaccine nationalism. An international consortium led by WHO and the EU already invested to the vaccine. Also, US paid much amount to AstraZeneca, Sanofi, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. All of them are leaders in vaccine development. Also, Italy, Germany, France, Netherlands want the inclusive vaccine alliance to get vaccines. How about Korea? Korean president presided over a national meeting for vaccine and medicine development. Also, Korean president announced that Korea would expand support for vulnerable countries for drugs and vaccines. This is the basis of healthcare system. Korea has many beds. Also, Korea has medical insurance system allows about free. And also, the cost to the coronavirus was free. This is the system innovation using ICT technology. The patient's contact tracing has been done within 10 minutes because ID technology is used to connect various organizations. This is the field innovations. And this is the hospital system innovations. This is the sample of ICT utilizations. Let's conclude with the 3 factors. One is in healthcare system innovation, always healthcare expert post in major decision and support by the government and mobilization of all government industries, ministries to support the sector expert. Not government first, not the national leadership first. Sector expert first. That is one of the characteristics of Korean antivirus policy. Let's turn to the theoretical issues. Let's look at the past Korean experience to infectious diseases. 2010, there was foot and mouth disease and huge damages. At the time, Mr. President ordered quick end. That means all issues that could create public anxiety or antagonize the government were dealt with behind closed doors. This tradition of secrets means little innovation. Also about 5 years ago, MERS experienced a similar trend. But now, President called to the head of KSDC for the quick and responsive response. Also, Korea President headed the joint national meetings to COVID economic damages, also national meetings on the development of COVID-19 treatment. How about Japan and China? Japan wanted a muted response to coronavirus ahead of Summer Olympics. China is no exception to the secret in the early stage. This is the summarization. 2020 Korea, Mr. President's support for open, expert-first, technology-based approach. In 2010-2015 response, Mr. President order led to secret approach. That means little innovation. Japan and China, national leaders want silent response. That means little innovation. So national leadership should be included in the discussion of sectoral innovation, system discussion. This is the limits of this study. This article is prepared just after 4 months of the outbreak, so there's no academic analysis and data. I used the mostly media and government materials. Thanks.